Top 10 Countries with Most Smart People 2023. We, humans, are a pretty intelligent species as a whole. We have built the limited slip differential, flown to space, split the atom, and created an umbrella for dogs during the brief time we have been on this earth. Yes, it's all really intelligent. However, rather than the inspired genius and labor of one lone, devoted man or woman, the majority of these inventions, discoveries, and remarkable advancements are the results of joint efforts. Which kind of raises the question, what is the world's smartest country? Who among us has made the biggest impact on the evolution of our species? Who has the greatest IQ and does the best academically? Let's investigate. Number 10. Germany IQ score on average, 100.74. One of the top performing OECD nations in science, math, and reading literacy is Germany. The typical student receives a score of 515 on the Program for International Student Assessment (PISA) exam, which is about 20 points better than the average score of 497. Germany also has one of the greatest groups of high performers among pupils that have access to resources on a socio-economic level. They thus employ one of the most well-educated labor forces in the entire globe. Germany's secondary education is divided into lower and upper levels, like many other European nations. While upper secondary comprises a variety of occupational programs, lower secondary concentrates on fundamental general education. The Abitur, which students attend after finishing grade 12, and the Gymnasium, which is designed to prepare students for further education, are two of the 5 types of secondary schools that make up the German secondary education system. It's also important to note that Germany is third in the world, behind the US and the UK, with 107 Nobel Prizes. Number 9. Liechtenstein, 101.07 on the IQ scale. Landlocked Liechtenstein can be found in Western Europe, halfway between Austria and Switzerland. They are ranked 9th in the world in terms of intelligence, slightly outperforming Germany with an average IQ of 101.07 points. Liechtenstein has one of the highest rates of university graduates per capita in the world despite its small size. The University of Liechtenstein, the International Academy of Philosophy, Liechtenstein, and the University for Human Sciences in the Principality of Liechtenstein are just a few of the prestigious schools that call these places home. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, ranked their educational system as the 10th best in the world in a report published in 2006. They also scored the best on the PISA test of any other European country. Number 8. Finland, 101.2 average IQ score. In terms of PISA test results, Finland has regularly achieved excellent rankings. They came in 5th in science, 12th in math, and 6th in reading in 2012. Additionally, the World Economic Forum classified their higher education as the best in the world. Their educational system consists of an 11-year mandatory comprehensive school that is open to students aged 7 through 18. Additionally, master's degrees, which are entirely funded by the Finnish government, are necessary for teachers. They also promote equality in the sense that all pupils, regardless of whether some are at a higher level, are in the same classroom. Finland has no private schools, in contrast to the United States and other nations, and every one of its students, regardless of socioeconomic status, has access to individualized supervision, health care, and school meals. Number 7. Belarus, 101.6 average IQ score. One of the biggest nations in Europe is Belarus, based on a sizable sample of the general populace. They rank among the most brilliant, with an IQ of 101.6 on average. Furthermore, they ranked 53rd out of 189 nations in the Human Development Index, surpassing several other industrialized nations like Italy, Spain, and France. The Belarusian State University, which is ranked first in the nation, is listed among the top 300 universities worldwide out of more than 30,000 institutions of higher study. Since 1991, Higher education has also experienced consistent expansion, as evidenced by rising enrollment rates. There are currently 42 public universities and 15 private universities in Belarus, many of which accept overseas students. Law, economics, foreign languages, and management programs are among the most sought after and competitive. Number 6. Average IQ in South Korea is 102.35. In terms of IQ scores, South Korea has continuously rated highly. In actuality, during the previous few years, the average IQ score has only been increasing. With an average IQ of 102.35, the nation came in 6th place in 2019. In contrast to the education system in Western nations, South Korea mandates that pupils attend school from Monday through Saturday for 9 months out of the year. The government also places a high importance on education, therefore tuition costs are typically lower than in other nations and are available to both domestic and foreign students. In reality, they have one of the highest rates of university graduates and are one of the most well-educated countries in the world. While South Korea has received praise for its demanding educational system, it has also come under fire for limiting creativity and innovation. Others have linked it to the high suicide rate in the nation. Number 5. People's Republic of China, 104.1 on the IQ scale. One of the biggest educational systems in the world, with millions of students enrolled each year, is found in China. More than 11.9 million people took the admission exam for higher education in 2022 alone. Additionally, they are one of the biggest hosts of foreign students in the entire world. According to the findings of international tests, they also have the best educational system in the world. Consider Shanghai, which has received top rankings worldwide in 3 different areas: mathematics, reading, and science. Over 80% of high school students participate in some form of after-school program, which shows how popular after-school tutoring is. Parents are also actively involved in their children's education. Many of them spend up to 3 or 4 hours a day checking on their homework. Number 4. Hong Kong, 105.37 on the IQ scale. Primary and junior secondary education are both required between the ages of 6 and 15, which is fairly similar to the British system. They also have a robust tertiary education system, which guarantees a high standard of instruction from professionals who are educated and skilled in their professions. Despite their expensive tuition and stringent school requirements, private international schools are also in high demand. Hong Kong is renowned for its rigorous testing, just like China. However, pupils frequently perform better than in Western nations, with several of them topping international rankings. Number 3. Singapore, 105.9 is the average IQ score. Singapore performs well on the TIMSS and PISA tests, which rate students' proficiency in science, math, and English. This is not surprising given that the government spends over 20% of its national budget on the education sector, and that education is a top focus for economic development. The school system differs from that in other Asian nations in that it promotes project work and creative thinking. Additionally, teachers are more active, which improves student achievement. In addition, they wait until every student has finished the curriculum before moving on to the next subject. The teachers are likewise well paid, much more so than their Western counterparts. And all of them are required to attend the National Institute of Education. A high school teacher, for instance, might earn SGD 50-200 a year. The percentage of university graduates has also dramatically increased between 2010 and 2020, rising from 9 to 33%, with approximately 90% of them finding jobs within 6 months of graduation. At 41.6% as of 2022, the proportion of Singaporean workers having a bachelor's degree or higher has likewise increased. Number 2. Taiwan has a 106.47 average IQ score. With an IQ average of 106.47, Taiwan is the second smartest nation in the world. More than 95% of junior high students go on to attend a university, trade school, senior vocational high school, or junior college. even though just the first 9 years of education are required by law. Additionally, they have the highest admittance rate for colleges in Asia at over 90%. In the PISA test, which assesses the academic achievement of 15-year-olds, Taiwanese students also did better than their counterparts in the subjects of science, literacy, and mathematics. Their typical students scored significantly more than the global average of 493 points, making them one of the top-performing nations. Given this, it comes as no surprise that they also have highly educated workers, even when compared to other OECD nations. Number 1. Japan, 106.5 average IQ score. With an IQ score of 106.48 on average, Japan tops the list. Their pupils consistently rank among the top in the sciences, reading and writing, and mathematics, with an average score of 520, making them one of the top-performing OECD nations. Japanese culture also places a high emphasis on education, which many people consider to be essential for finding work, particularly in the technical and scientific fields. Cram schools, commonly referred to as juku, are also very well liked. On weekdays, more than half of junior high school pupils attend one. At just 2%, the high school dropout rate is also exceptionally low. The average high school dropout rate in the US, on the other hand, is around 5%. Did you like it? Tell us what you think of the video in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting videos.